Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining. One of the main reasons why people don't qualify for a house is a bad credit and poor preparation. Some people have the income, but because their credit is terrible, or they just think they can pay off their debts, and that will be like a magic wand, and they're not preparing on time, right? So today, Dr. Bolo is an expert in credit repair and getting clients approved. Will be helping us understand the mindset of a lender, then breaking down credit fundamentals and the key factors that affect loan approval. So we'll be discussing common mistakes borrowers make and practical tips you can apply right away to boost your credit. All right. And in regards to last meeting, unfortunately, there was a situation whereby towards the end, as we had a great conversation about taxes and real estate, unfortunately, we were Zoom bombed and somebody shared some inappropriate videos. So that's why today I'm limiting a lot of access. Um, so, you might be muted, you might not be able to come on video. Um, it was as a result of what happened, just making sure we can have a safe meeting for everybody. All right, but if you have any question, the chat is open. You can always ask in the chat and we'll answer every question. About me, for those that don't know me, I'm a full-time realtor licensed in Texas and Florida with corporate background in finance and accounting. While I was working my full-time job, I was also investing in real estate. I started as an wholesaler in 2017 and did some rehab, then got my real estate license in 2018. On a personal note, I'm happily married. I'm blessed to be called a dad. Interesting fact about me is I've run over 13 marathons and I've been to over 15 countries. And I'm hoping that by 40, I've been to 40 countries. I'll see if I can balance making money and traveling at the same times. Our prayer is that we could do that simultaneously. But right now, that's a tough balance. I'm very active on Instagram, so feel free to reach me on Instagram or scan this barcode, and you can reach out to me in any way, TikTok, cell phone, email, and all that. And also, I have a member of my team on this call. Her name is Lashenda. We'll work together. We do a lot of investments, so I will buy, and she helps in renting it out. She's a realtor too, and she's been a great addition to the team this year. So without further ado, I'm going to get to the next slide. And I'm going to introduce Dr. Bolu. So he's somebody I've known for a while, actually since last year, but we actually got working more this year, and I got to know him more personally this year. He's an expert in credit repair. He's seen it all, and he's been able to do some miracles, and clients that we thought could not be approved, he's been able to get them approved. So he's going to be talking about things the lender look into, and the key factors that impact loan approval. And we'll be discussing how real estate is also evaluated, common mistakes people make, and practical tips that you can use right away to boost your credit. Okay, so let me hand over to him so he could share his screen and talk more about that.
Hey guys, how we all doing tonight? It's gonna be fun. Um, I know it's Sunday. I know it's been Allah weekend or the weekend for the Muslim holiday. So to the Muslim in the house, Salam alaikum. Okay, and to the Christian in the house, Hallelujah. And to non everybody, what's up?
Amen.
Don't mind me. Yeah. Hey, number one, thanks a lot to Toby for putting this together out of your busy schedule. We really do appreciate this. And the people that are on board, look, let's get to know each other first. If you can hear me, can you please put one in the chat? Let me see. I cannot even see the chat myself. So put one in the chat. Let me see. Put one in the chat. Let me see. All right. All right. Okay, I can see the chat now. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me put one. Lashanda put one, Mr. D put one. So I think we are the only one people here. So the rest will join. All right. It's not about the crowd, but it's about the people that are ready for the information. You know, one thing one of my mentors told me, he said, whenever you're ready for the next level, there's a way that the atmosphere will get you into the right room. Okay. Now, I also want you to drop wherever you are zooming, joining the Zoom from. Are you from Dallas? Are you from Maryland? Where are you joining the Zoom from? Let's get to know each other. DFW, Mr. D Nice there. McKinney, all right. Our host to be good, 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 good. Where again? Lashanda, where are you joining from? Dami, Cedar Hill, all right. Then Dami, where are you joining from? I'm from Corinth. I'm the only born again in this room because my area is called Corinth. For the Corinthians. You guys, I don't know where you I mean Bola is from Dallas.
I mean,
Okay.
Mr. Paul from Corinth, like how, what the perfect name in the perfect
I
city.
know, right? I know, right? Hey, guy, when you see my face going this way, is that I'm looking at my other screen, okay? So that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. All right. All right. Nice having you guys around. Thank you so much. I can say thank you. Just a little bit about me. My name is Paul Bolu. All right. A lot of people call me Dr. PB. All right. I've been in the financial industry in the total of 16 years, but much more, I've been in the credit space full time for 16 years. Actually, this year marks my 16 years in the industry. You see my information there on Instagram. On Instagram, you can go Google me. It's called I am Paul the Credit Preacher. Now, yeah, because I preach credit. I preach about money. All right. So if you want to know more about me later, we'll talk more about me. But much more is all about you people today. Okay. I believe that you guys can see my notes. Can you see my notes, please? Tell me you can
Yes,
see my notes. Tell me what you can see.
credit is the key.
All right, I'm happy to know that credit is the key. How many people want to buy a house? How many people in this room are first time home buyer? Put one if you're a first time home buyer in this room tonight. If you're trying to buy your first home in this room, put one in the chat real quick for me. Put one in the chat real quick for me. Okay? If you're a second home buyer or you're trying to be an investor, put another one. Okay, I see one. Mr. Abimbola, okay, first time home buyer. If you are planning to be an investor in real estate, commercial, okay, 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 good, good, good. Now, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be super rich, put one in this room. Let me see one in the chat. If you want to be super rich, investor, Lashana say investor. Yeah, look at me. He said, well, I did put one everywhere. Yeah, right, right, right. Now, let me say this to you guys. Sorry, I might sound like a preacher, but that's who I am. I'm a Christian, and I'm proud to be. I'm proud to be a Christian. Okay. Now, has nothing to do with religion. But one of the things I've discovered is that my grandma beat my ass so much that I have to read my Bible. Okay? And one of the things that I saw in the Bible is that one of the ways that God transfer wealth is through debt. Can I say that again? One of the ways that God transfer wealth is through debt. Let me say it again. One of the ways that God transfer wealth is through debt. Now, when you go and study, I'm a student of millionaires and billionaires. And one of the things I've discovered is that when you see most of the billionaires that have billions behind their name or millions behind their name, one of the ways they make the money is what? Buying real estate. You got to understand the real estate games, guys. You want to be wealthy. You want to be able to transfer wealth. You want to be able to make money, you know? And guess what? Somebody say, oh, the root of money the love of money is the root of all evil. No, 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 no. Wrong relationship with money is the root of all evil. Let me say it again. Is the wrong relationship of with money is the root of all evil. How about if God blesses you so much through real estate that you can be a blessing to other people? How many people will love that in this room? Let me see. Please talk back to me. I like people talking back to me. That's why they call me the preacher, okay? Talk back to me. How many people would like God to make them so wealthy that they can be a blessing to a lot of people? Put one in this room. Let me see. All right. Somebody said me. Lashanda said me. Toby said me. I love that. Me too. I want God to bless me so much that I will get to the place of not just enough, but more than enough. Now, let me say this. Just enough, we only take care of you, Toby, Toby's baby and his wife. But more than enough, we take you to the place of overflow. You're able to be a blessing to others. And let me tell you something, for you to get to that level, you got to understand the real estate game. And that is why I don't know about you, all of us need to be in our life. Because Toby is
Yes,
a
preach
real
it,
estate
preach it.
man. What do you say, bro?
Preach it, the preacher.
Just need Toby in our life. I'm telling you. But before we get to Toby, guess what? We have to get our house in order. You know, when God was about to take the children of Israel out of Egypt into the promised land that He has put together for them, one of the things He told them is that get your house in order. Get your house in order. Because you can't take the behavior of the Egyptian into the promised land. Oh, can I say that again? You can't take the behavior of the Egyptian into the promised land. Someone says, is it preaching Bible? Don't worry, I'm getting there little by little. Now, credit is the key for any financial breakthrough in the system. How many people are from Nigeria or you are from out of the country? You came as an immigrant in this country. I think it's me. I know Toby speaks like he speaks his English is different. Oh, Toby speaks American English. You would think that he was born here. But guess what? He's an immigrant. Immigrant. Born from Nigeria. Immigrant. But let me tell you something. I don't know about you, but nobody taught us about credit. You know, let me tell you something. One thing that my first experience with credit. I can remember very well. I was working with NIH, right? National Institute of Health. And the NIH have a credit union. And I went to open an account with the credit union. And guess what? I got my first credit card. And my first credit card, all I thought was free money. And guess what? I got my first credit card doing towards the Christmas. It was $5,000. Remember very well. 2001. $5,000. And guess what happened? I went on a shopping spree. Oh my God. I was buying gifts for everybody. It's a Christmas time. They said Christmas, everybody must buy gifts. I was buying gifts for everybody. I buy gifts for my uncle, my mom, my dad, my sisters, even people that doesn't love me. With free money. But guess what? After 35 days, here comes the bill. I was like, what is this for? They said you must pay back. I can't pay what? They said the credit. And guess what? It came with interest rates. Oh my God. That is my beginning journey to credit in America. And guess what happened again, guys? I got to America in November, and guess what? In by the time I am in April, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. In May, by May, I got my first property. My first property. Everybody was surprised. Why? Because I have a mentor that understood credit and he started teaching me about credit. And guess what? I got the credit. I got my first property. It was a crypto in Maryland, Sherry Hill Road. I'll never forget that place. Guess what? I lived there for 2 years. I sold it. By the time I sold it, I cashed out $45,000. How many people like that kind of cash out? But you cannot get to that place until you understand the place of credit. Credit is the key. Buying your first home, building wealth in real estate, you got to understand credit. Now, let me say this to you real quick. 1 to 4 Americans have credit score that is poor or fair in the range of 300 to 650 or 649. Somebody said, have you seen 300 credit score before? Yes, I've been in the game to see a 300 credit score before in this same America. Actually, I saw it in Dallas, Texas. Actually, as I'm talking to you right now, I can remember that lady's face. You know, her credit score was 325. And by the time I opened it, I was like dazed. And after I've seen many credit score like that, and guess what? We are able to help her to take her credit score from 338, 325, or 328 to wherever it is to become 700 plus. Then whereby she can gain her life back. 16.3% of the population has very poor credit, below 600. making mortgage approval extremely difficult. Okay, when your credit score is very low, you able to get mortgage, it become very, very difficult. Now, let me say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't say one or two in the chat this time around. But if your credit score is very low right now, I want you to know you are not alone. Okay? You see this credit preacher? His credit score is not always good all the time. Okay? But guess what? We don't pay attention to our credit score until we need it. How many people believe like that? How many people believe that? That you don't pay attention to your credit score until you need it. If you believe that, put one in the chat. Let me see. I want to see if you people are still with me. We don't pay attention to our credit score until we need it. How many people knows that? All right, one. Thank you. All right, one, yeah. We don't pay attention until we need it. So our credit score is just like insurance. Like until you know, until a police stop you, or until you get to accident, you'll be like, okay, what kind of policy do I have? About to buy a house or buy a new car, then you'll be so, what is my credit score really? Oh, why is this in my credit? Oh, what's going on here? I don't understand this in my credit score. All right. So, number one, you having a low credit score, I want you to understand. Don't be scared. Don't be worried. Don't be dismissed. You are not alone. Somebody put in the chat for me and said, I am not alone. I just want to make sure you guys are still with me. Put it in the chat. I am not alone. That does not mean that you have a low credit score. Okay, Toby, thank you for doing that for me. I want everybody to put it in the chat. I am not alone. If you don't put it in the chat, I'm not going forward. Everybody, to make sure people are still with me. Okay, Lashana, thank you. I am not alone. All right. Somebody else. Let me see. Where is Opayemi? Where is Mr. Day? I want to make sure you guys are not eating lunch when I'm speaking here alone. Okay, Opeyemi, I am not alone. Thank you. I am not alone. All right, good guys. Everybody, I want you to understand that you are not alone. No matter how messy, no matter the derogatory item you have on your credit, it's not new. You are not alone. Also, I want you to understand that there is a legal right for you to challenge any negative in your credit. Guess what? I could remember when I started my credit industry, right? And my credit journey. My mom brought me here. Thank God for her. She has been in the country before me. Thank God for her, right? So the moment I started the company and the business, and my mom felt like, what are you doing, Dayo? What you're cleaning people's credit? Who told you that you can clean people's credit? When your credit is messed up, is messed up. It cannot be cleaned. My mom said, don't let them pick you up. You will go to jail. No, this is not Nigeria. You are going to jail. And I begin to educate my mom because most of us are like that. Like, can I really challenge the negative stuff on my credit? Let me say this to you. The FC have a law of that was established in 1970 give you the right to establish to challenge any derogatory item in your file. Let me say this to you. Look at the number one thing here. Right to accuracy. Lenders and bureau must report 100% accurate information. Correct. That is the word. Accurate information. Some of you, if you open your credit right now, I can tell you that 90% of things on your credit is not 100% accurate. Look at the spelling of your name. Tell me, is anybody in this chat that can tell me by looking at their credit right now to tell me that they have misspelled their name on their credit? If you are that person, say one in this room. Anybody like that? Thank you, Toby. Yeah, most of it is not accurate. The law said it must be 100% accurate. Some of you, your addresses are wrong. Some of you, even if you look at the account and the loan that you have or the credit card you have, probably your balance is 900. They might say that your balance is 899. Tell me how that is accurate. My sister name, they have Tony instead of Toby. Oh, Jesus, you see that? So she has the ability to challenge those derogatory items or information on her credit. Right to dispute. You have the legal right to challenge any anything you believe is incorrect, incomplete, unverified. And they have to reply back to you in 30 to 35 days. That is what the law says. So guess what? As I begin my credit journey and I begin to do this, guess who sent me my clients? My mama. Mama Christiana sent me clients. I could remember the client she sent to me. She has a bankruptcy. And I told mom, I can challenge this. Because that was when the house market crashed in 2008. And a lot of people were filing bankruptcy. And that auntie filed bankruptcy. And in 2012, she came to me. She was like, Dr. Paul, I need to buy a new house. I'm a pharmacist. I have home money. I have this, but I have bankruptcy on my file. Can you help me out? We get to work. In 3 months, by God's grace, we are able to remove the bankruptcy. We are able to remove the foreclosure on her file. And guess what? She was able to buy another property. Why? Because of this law that was established in 1970. Now, how many people knows who owns the three bureaus? How many people want to know who owns the three bureaus? Xperia, Equifax, TransUnion. Who owns it? Let me see in the house. How many people want to know? How many people want to know? You want to know who owns the bureau? Because one of the things that we always get is that, oh, I don't want to challenge it. I don't want them to arrest me. Honey, it's not your fault. It's because we lack information. We lack revelation. And when there's when information when there's no vision or when there's no appropriate information, there is lack of knowledge. And lack of knowledge can be dangerous. Guess what? Xperia, Equifax, and TransUnion are private owned companies. They are not. Is it Donald Trump? I like that. No, it's not Donald Trump, but they are private owned. They are not owned by the federal government. You thought that they were owned by the federal government. They are not owned by the federal government. And because the federal government understand that these furnitures, actually, let me say this to you. Actually, there are more than three bureaus. In total, we have 8 bureaus. A lot of people doesn't just know. We have 8 bureaus. We have Lexis and Lexis. We have early warning. We have check system. All those are part of the bureaus. They are all furnitures. They are all furnitures. And these furnitures supply all our information to this bureau. And guess what? They are private owned. They are private owned. So the government knew that they were taking advantage of the system because when you have a bad credit, guess what? You are a food for the bureaus. Because guess what? If your credit score is 500, your interest rate will be high. And when your interest rate is high, if Toby is getting something for $1 and getting 1% interest rate, guess what? You are getting the same thing for $1 and you are getting 18% interest rate. Who is losing? You. So that's why they like to cage people with 700 below credit score in the cage so that you cannot move out of that place. But the is a liar. That is why God sent Toby and myself to you, so that we can take you out of where you are to where you are meant to be. If you believe that, say amen in the house. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you can say amen. God sent Toby to you so that he brought me in here. Toby brought me so much. I'm telling you, Toby has been trying. You need to appreciate Toby though. He has been trying to get me into this place for the past 2 months. Toby, am I lying?
Yeah, for the past 1 year. No, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, a couple
Yeah,
of months. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's been
we
trying to
pushing
get
it.
me into this place for a couple of months. He's been bugging me. I will change time on him. I will change dates on him. It's not because I don't want to show up. It's just because I'm crazily busy, just like him. But God sent Toby so that you can have this information and revelation. Because guess what, guys? We want to get you into that place so that you can start buying debt. Let me say it again. The guy that owns the debt is the one that's going to command wealth in this country. Thank God for AI, but after you get your AI money, because I know most Nigerians are in IT, you want to start investing in properties. But there's no way you can invest in properties if you don't have good credit. Let me quickly say that, then begin to run. My God, I can go ahead and talk about credit till tomorrow. But let's begin to run. This is how your credit score is calculated. Number one, 25% of it is your payment history. Somebody put on the note, don't close any credit card if you have a good history on it. Put it there. Don't close it. Don't close it. Some of us will say, oh, we are not using this card. This one, I'm going to close it. Closing your credit card. If it's not a loan, stop closing it. Because the longer the years of that credit card, okay, the better the history for you. 35%. So let's say your credit score is not up with 100%. 35% is your payment history. I always tell people I love, even if you don't eat, make sure you pay your debt on time. Pay that credit card on time. Ladies, you no mama cost credit card, pay it on time. Because the moment you don't make a payment, you are late 30 days. Guess what? That is going to drop your credit point with 80 to 120 points. I've had that experience before. That you are late in one, just 30 days late, and your credit score drop. I've been in that shoe. 80 to 120 points. And you're like, voila, what happened? What happened? Yeah, because your payment history is 35% of your credit score. Now, guess what? The next big one is 30%, the amount you own or the utilization. Anytime do you discover that anytime you, let's say you have a 5,000 credit Visa credit card, and the moment you use 2,000, 2,005, 3,000 out of that credit card, you see your credit score drop. How many people have noticed that? Why? Because 30% of your utilization, the moment you are over 30% of your utilization on your credit card, is going to affect your credit score. Now, length of credit history. 10% new credit card. 10% credit mix. What does it mean? You having credit cards of credit card, stock card, installment, retainment, revolving credit, all those stuff. It's 10%. These are the things. This is how your credit is being calculated. So you must have a good mix. Someone said, oh, I tried to get a credit card and they denied me, but my credit score is 700. Honey, it's because your profile is light. You got to learn how to have a strong profile. I do business funding. And I tell people in business funding, your profile must be very strong. So if you want to get to real estate and get into the real estate big time, your profile must be very strong. And if you want to know how to get your profile get to be very strong, reach out to me. I'm going to show you. If you want to know how to get access to 100 to 250,000 other people's money, reach out to me. Somebody say, why are we talking about credit? Who would want to put down $1 million when your president does not even does that? You got to understand how to leverage other people's money. Let me say it. OTP, other people's money. In real, look, if you understand the credit game, you can take yourself from where you are to building wealth. I'm telling you the gospel truth right now. If you understand the credit game, this is what I preach. You can take yourself from the place of just enough into the place of more than enough. And your children is able to go to the best of the school. You are able to give the best to your girlfriend or to your wife or to your lover or to your husband. I'm telling you the gospel truth. All you need to know is to leverage this industry. And someone say, I don't like debt. Don't like debt. Then you are in the wrong room. You can go now. I'm sorry. After we finish, you can come back to Toby separately. Because you have to learn how to manage your debt properly. You have to learn how to take other people's money to create wealth. Let me begin to run. Oh, shit. Oh my God, Toby, I'm just in number fifth chart. Okay, let me begin to run. Okay, why this conversation matter? Number one, your approval is depend on it. Your affordability is dependent on it. And even if you're an investor, for you to be a great investor, for you to get a lot of portfolio, you got to have a good credit, whether business credit or personal credit. Okay. This home ownership gap is real. Look at it. Look at it. I'm not racist. Please don't stone me. I'm not about color. Don't stone me. But the truth of the fact is that the white people understood something that we black don't know nothing about. Are you with me? Thank you, Toby. I appreciate that. The white people understood something that we black doesn't know anything about. You know what one of the white people said? He said, if you want to keep anything from the black, put it in a book. Because we don't read. But not Nigerians. Nigerians knows how to find information. Man, kudos to you, my people. I love you. Or Africans generally. Kudos to you, my people. But guess what? We need to match up in the real estate game. Toby, I'm here to challenge you. You have a lot of work for us. We need help. Look at it, brother. White household 2024, 74.2% of white household are in real estate. Look at the black household 2024 statistic 46.5. That's a lot of gap. 28% near a 28 point black point to white ownership gap in the US. That's a lot of gap, my people. And you wonder why is it that their children are in Harvard, they are in Oxford school, they are doing this. These people they are not buying Gucci, they are not buying not Louis Vuitton, they are not buying Fendi, they are not buying Chanel. Don't think I'm saying those things are wrong. Trust me, ask Toby, I love good things. I love good things. I have them, but look, they understood the real estate game. They understood how to leverage credit for the real estate game. Oh no, no. Let me say it again. Allah, let me tell you something. If you understood the credit game, you would take yourself from where you are to where you are meant to be in 2 years. All you need to study the credit game, the real estate game, the credit game, the real estate game. You get the right portfolio, you will forever thanks Toby for today. I'm saying it with all confidence. Credit shape your buying power. Your credit report and score helps you decide both access and cost. Number one, it decides your mortgage qualification. If your credit is 500 to 520, trust me, no banker, no lender will give you money. It defines your interest rate and payment. Errors need early action. If you have any error on your credit, it needs early action. Nada, thank you. I appreciate it. Are you with me, guys? A better credit score can save thousands. Look at it. Look at two different people. This guy is in 625. This guy is in 700. Somebody will say, oh, just 75% different. But guess what? The guy with 700 just saved $264,523 in interest because he's in 700 club. That's why you see on my Instagram, I always celebrate my 700 club members. People that take their credit score from 500. Look, let me tell you something. 580, 620 will get you a house if you have no derogatory. Toby, am I right?
Yes.
If you have no derogatory. But guess what? You are losing in the opportunity power. Your interest rate will be high. At the end of the day, you are paying more than what somebody with 700 score would be. So somebody able to put in the chat, I want the 700 clubs. That's where you want. You want to join the 700 clubs, okay? Let them look at these three things. Number one, when you want to buy a house, three things matters to lenders. Number one, your credit. In your credit, they are looking for your payment history and credit score. They are looking for collection date and recent inquiries. Now, you see people that they want to buy a house. Toby, have you experienced this? You're about to close and you discover that this guy just bought a new car. Hey, bro, have you experienced that? Don't do it,
Um,
guys. If you are ready to buy a house, make sure you buy your house first before you do anything. People will try to be, oh, I need to get a new car. No, 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 no. When you're in process of buying a house, you don't need to put any inquiries on your file because the lenders are looking at it. Why? Because of your DIO, debt to income ratio,
UTI.
DTI.
Yeah.
They are looking at your DTI. They want to make sure that you are able to pay what you said you want to pay. They are looking at your capacity, your income, your employment stability. You want to buy a house, you are in the place of buying a house, God gave you a new opportunity to get a new job. Please make sure you close that deal before you move to that new job. That can cause you to be disqualified. Toby, am I saying the right thing or not?
Yes, you're preaching.
I'm telling you guys, because they are looking at your income. They are looking at your stability. Is this person stable? Did they have the right income? Ability to handle the debt that you're about to create. Number three, capital. How much do you have in your saving down? Someone said, oh, when you're talking about capital, how can we get into real estate investment? See Toby and myself later. We will show you. I will show you how you can create what is called a chef corporation. Get money on your chef corporation, create another LLC, use that LLC to start buying your investment. That is another class. You didn't pay for that today, so I'm not going there. Next time, ask Toby to bring me around.
For sure,
I'm
man.
sorry.
We'll do this again this year. Some people are already texting me that, oh, like, they can't make it.
Credit can change your loan option, guys. I'm telling you. Your credit score can change your loan option. It can change it from whether you're going to be odds or FHA or what's it called again? Toby, tell me this. Conventional. Thank you. Hey, conventional.
FHA
Or it's going to be the other one, jumbo loan. If you're buying over $1 million house, okay. But your credit has power to do all this for you. Okay. I'm not going to go too much into that. First time buyer action. Now, this is the first time buyer home action. Number one, turn home ownership from a dream into a documented plan. First thing you want to do, you want to review your credit score before you start going shopping. Bad credit is expensive. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, it's very expensive. But you tell people to come and fix their credit, they'll be like, oh, it's too expensive. No, what you are paying for your bad credit is more expensive than what you are going to pay somebody like me to fix your credit. I see people buy Louis Vuitton, buy Chanel, buy Fendi, buy Christian Dior or Dior, wherever you guys buy. Hey, me to buy it. I'm not innocent too. But we don't want to fix our bad credit, honey. Hey, it costs you more at the end of the day. But if you want to buy your first home buyer, don't make Toby to be running around if you have not checked your credit. Toby, I think we need to change the plan. When people want to buy a house now, we need to first of all tell them, let's check your credit. Let's see whether your credit will qualify you for what you want to buy.
Yeah, money is not enough, right?
Yep.
I say money
Protect.
and income is not enough.
Yeah, money and income enough is not enough. You can have all the money unless you're able to pay everything cash. The bank will pay. But if you're going to leverage the bank, now, also, let me say this, it's stupidity to put all the money in a property. You're serious. Sorry. Because the same money, you can leverage it if you have all the money to buy 10 properties. Am I right, Toby? And you will see the equity grow.
Yes.
I've seen a guy in Michigan, one of my clients in Michigan, a black American brother, I don't know what he does. He has a lot of money. I said, no, 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 bro, we're not going to do that. No, 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 bro. I took his credit from 620 to over 700 right now. He's buying his first property and second property and third property. We lay it. You are not just going to put all the money in one property because you think you can pay cash. No, you got to learn how to play the leverage game. So, number one, review your credit score. Number two, protect payment history. Pay your bills on time. That is not the time to default on any bill. Reduce your debt and saving. Compare trusted help. Talk with multiple lenders. Talk with multiple lenders. See whether you can qualify for all odds, whether you can qualify for FHA. See what you qualify for. Okay? Real estate investors are judged not only by the property, but by their ability to manage debt, reserve, and risk over time. If you want to be an investor, your credit health affect whether a deal can become profitable. Someone say, "Oh, I want to become an investor and I don't have too much money." I can show you how to leverage your credit with your LLC or what we call Chef LLC or old corporation and get money. And from there, you can come back to Toby and say, "Toby, I have 200 assets to 250,000. How many property can I buy?" Then you start leveraging it. There's a lot to do with property. You can do healthcare with a property where people can stay. There's a lot of things to do, guys. There's a lot of ways you can flip these things around. And guess what? If you're in Dallas, this is a city that is about to explode. Guess what is coming to city? Universal Studio is coming to this city. Somebody say, "Oh, it's coming to Frisco." Honey, it's not going to affect Frisco alone. It's going to affect the old Dallas. The PG Gulf is here. It's going to affect the old dollars. Guess what's coming again? The stock exchange is coming to Dallas downtown. It's going to affect the whole city. So is this the right time to start investing? Yes. Is this the right time to put your credit together? Yes. Is this the right time to start learning how to access other people's money? Yes. I just got a client access to over last week. We were able to access 40, 40, 20, 20, 20 over $120,000 in other people's money. You see me smiling? Yeah, because I had to get paid. Don't blame me. Yeah, I was able to help her to access over 120, and we are not finished yet. And that is our first LLC. The second LLC, we are doing another 250. And she's not going to go. I'm going to take her to Toby to show her how to invest and flip. Guys, leveraging other people's credit, guys. Thank God for your primary house, but you need more than that. Invest loan that requires stronger credit, larger than payments, and more document than first home buyer. I can show you how to go through all that odds. Guys, I'm going to pause here. There's nothing more I want to say, guys. I appreciate you. I love you. I want to answer all your question. This is me. You want to follow me on Instagram? My name is Paul Bono. I'm the credit preacher. And I don't have much to say than to let you understand that you can leverage your credit, like you see here. I had the freedom to secure 50 to 250 in capital with 0% interest rate. Toby, I think I'm done. I think your money
Oh,
has
thanks,
finished.
thanks, bro. No, thanks, bro. And you see why I bring Mr. Paul, I'm like the calm, monotone one. He's the fire and energy, you know. He's the preacher. So thanks. And I'm gonna open it up for questions real quick. But before I do that, I have a question of my own. Um, this
Okay.
is for everybody, right? Um, I'm thinking about the right one. I have a couple here. So I just say, if you could give one piece of advice for future homeowners, what will it be? Like, what have you been noticing is a common thread? And also, I want to get your thoughts about co-signing, right? And if you think
Don't do it.
someone should co-sign.
Don't do
But anyways,
co-signing. Don't do it. Move on.
I get a lot of issues. Like a lot of people, they've not gotten any asset. However, maybe an uncle that helped them come to the US, they co-sign, and that one forecloses, and they're all messed up. And but yeah. But anyways, go ahead. What have you seen? What experience have you seen? And what do you think someone that wants to get their first house should do to have a good
Number
credit?
number one, let me talk about the co-signer thing. Please stay away from it. Because at the end of the day, it will mess up relationship that matter to you. And also, if you co-sign with somebody that understands the game, and you default, they are taking over your house because that house is theirs. And if that house have equity and you have somebody that doesn't care, you guys are going to F each other up. So number one, there's a lot of ways you can avoid cosigners. I can tell you that truth. You can avoid it. You can avoid it all the way because that's why before you go start trying to buy a house, sit with Toby. Let us look at your credit. If you need to invite me to the table. Let's look at your credit. There's a lot of ways we can help you at the backside, make your credit strong enough that you can stand by yourself. Trust me, there are loopholes. There are legal loopholes. I'm going to say this. There are legal loopholes. The only problem is because we don't know about it. Are you with me? So that's what I would say. Now, if you are a first home buyer, the first thing you want to first take care of, I know for you to think that you want to buy a house, you have the income. The first thing you want to think about is your credit. How is my credit? Is my Let me stop sharing, Toby. Is my credit ready good enough to take me to that place where I will able to get what I'm looking for? Okay, so that is what you want to know. Your credit, your credit, your credit. Because you Nigerian folks, income is not the problem. We are hustlers. We know how to make money, but the credit is the issue because we don't understand it. And guess what? It's okay. We are not from here. I'm not going to kill you. I learn it in a hard way. Let me share the story. The first person that got me an idea that my credit can be clean was a lady that was a broker in Beverly Hills. She's my friend. She was my friend that time. An elderly lady. She called me in 2010. She said, Dr. Paul, I need your help. I said, what's going on? He said, how good is your credit? I said, I don't know. I don't know how good my credit was at that time. She said, there's a property in Beverly Hills. That property dropped from, that was when the market crashed, Toby. That property dropped from almost 8 million into 2 million. So the couples were looking for somebody that will refinance that property for them and they will buy it over after their credit were fixed. So the lady said they're going to give me 10,000. I said, eh? For using my credit, 10,000. Ah, I said, I'm down. But I told her, I said, I don't have the credential to buy a $2.5 million. She said, Paul, don't worry, I'll take care of that. She said, can we run your credit? They ran my credit. Guess what? They ran my credit 20 times. They ran my credit. By the time they ran my credit was 725 right? But I still have some derogatory items, some late payment. So she said, wow, there are late payments on your file. We're going to give it to this firm in Beverly Hills. They help people to fix their credit. That was the first time I heard that word. Eh? Because what my mama told me is that when you mess up your credit can never be restored. But so I was like, they can fix it. She said, yes. But you have to be the one to pay from your pocket. I said, okay, that's no problem. I paid that farm $1,000, but they could not get to my farm. Listen to me and listen to me very carefully, guys. I paid that farm to $1,000, but they could not get to my farm because topic you understand the system at that time. A lot of people were billing them, and these people are from Beverly Hills, so a lot of big money. Not time for $1,000 guy like me. You are giving them 10,000 to feed. So I forgot about it. But at that moment, a bulb went in my head. Boom, just like that. Just like that. So I began to look for, I met another guy. He said, he can fix my credit. I told him how much is it. He said 5,000. I paid him. I couldn't get any results. Until one guy, I will never forget this guy named Anthony Grant, my man. He became my best friend. He walked into my office. He said, Doc, I was told that you're looking for somebody to fix your credit. I said, yeah. He said, I can do it. I said, lie, bro. I said, I paid a law firm $1,000. I paid another guy $5,000. I said, no. He said, trust me, I'll fix it. I said, how much do you charge? He said, $10,000. 2021. This guy charged me $10,000. I said, okay. I said, so what are you talking about? I said, I don't have $10,000. He said, but this is what I want you to do. Pay me 2005 first. I will fix your Equifax. And after I will fix your Equifax, after 45 to 60 days, you can pay me the rest for the rest. In 35 days, this guy walked to my office, Toby, and the rest of the
Mm.
people on God. He said, Doc, check your profile. I look at my profile. My profile have jumped from 600 to 7 something
mm,
in less than 35 days. That time to fix credit was so fast. I was like,
mm,
Jesus. He said, so pay me the rest. I said, okay, I don't know how to get money. This guy showed me, put my profile together, showed me how to go and get money. I got the money, I paid him the rest. He fixed my transaction and express. I paid 10,000 grand. Guess
mm.
what? Because I'm a man of influence, I begin to introduce people to this guy. Like, look at the guy that turned my life around, though, like the woman that Jesus met at the well. I said, look at the man that turned my life around. And this guy was charging people $10,000, Toby, and everybody was paying. They will pay half. He will get them straight. He will show them. And guess what? He was giving me $500 for referral fee. One day I went to him. I said, Anthony, I said, I'm not sending you no more customers. I said, I want you to teach me how to fish credit. You know what the guy told me? He said, Doc, I'm going to charge you 50,000. I said, what? He said, because with 5 clients, you make your money. At that time, guess what? He showed me where to go and get money. I paid Anthony Grant 50,000 to learn how to fish credit from him. I made my money back in 1 month, Toby.
Mm.
That was back in the days. We don't charge $10,000 anymore. So don't let anybody run with that and get scared. But that was in the day.
Yeah.
I have a limo company and I was running credit restoration company. I was making my money. I was making my money. I was doing funny. So what I'm going to tell you is this. You want to restore your credit. Okay? You can't put price on it. You want to restore your credit. That's the thing.
Awesome.
Go ahead,
Awesome.
sir.
No, thanks for sharing that. And I mean, on a personal note, I think around last year, May was when the Trump administration made it impossible for people that are not green card holders to get the FHA loan. And so before you could get the FHA loan, but now you have to be a green card holder or a citizen. And the requirement to get a conventional loan is higher. So anyways, there was a situation that, and this before I knew Dr. Paul, around last year, June, somebody asked 620. They had the money and we had to help them fix their credit. And it jumped to like 680 or something like that, or 67 or 690, just enough for them to get approved for conventional in 1 month, right? And that time she was paying 3,500 for rent in downtown, and she got a house that she was paying 2,500, right? She
That's
was
good.
going to be stuck for 1 year lease, right? And we're able to change that around. And I think that time the builder was doing some incentive, so she ended up getting like, 5.5 or something like that.
That's
So
good.
credit turns people's life around, and thanks for sharing your story. I know there's some questions here. Dami is asking, what are your thoughts on credit? I heard, for example, someone with a car note of 700 plus has an advantage over someone with the same credit score that has never gotten a car note. I don't know if you saw that question. I know there's some people that
Okay.
just joined. For people that
Yeah.
just joined, we're about wrapping up the meeting, but you can stay on for Q&A, and I can always connect you with Dr. Paul for one-on-one questions on credit. But yeah, it's been a great meeting so far. But go ahead, Dr. Paul.
Yeah, Dami, so your question, if I know I'm hearing you clearly, is that somebody got a car with 700 points and there's somebody else with 700 points, or what is the advantage of somebody that has a credit 700 points with a car? Is that what you're saying? And the other
No, no,
one,
no, no.
No,
The question is,
basically, it's asking that the person that does not have a car note, right?
Mhm.
Does the person have an advantage over someone that has a car note before, but with the same credit score?
It depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Number one is that it depends. Number one, somebody that have a car note with a good payment history shows a pattern that they are very good of managing debt. Okay? Somebody that has no car note, what is it else did they have on their file? Did they have other credit card that is showing that they can be responsible? Because the reason that bank is giving you money is that they want to make sure that you're responsible to take care of the debt. Okay? That's number one. Number two, now somebody that has a car note, it depends on the car note and they're also their income. Now, they might have a car note and their debt to income ratio might be very high, then they are going to be in trouble. So let's say I'm driving a Mercedes Benz. A lot of people like to drive the GLA right now in Dallas, right? And I'm driving a GLA that is costing me like 850 every month, and my income every month or for annual income is 55,000, and I want to buy a house of 450. Toby, am I in trouble? Oh yes, I'm in trouble already because my debt to income ratio has been eaten up because of my car note. Okay. But if I'm not driving that kind of car, I'm just making my income and my debt to income ratio is very low, then I might be qualified for other things. So it all depends. It depends on the way you are looking at it from. Unless, Dami, if it's possible that you can unmute and you can really explain the profile for me properly, maybe I can answer your question more better.
I'll let you guys talk one on one.
Okay,
That
cool.
may I have his contact if you don't have his contact yet, and you can always get additional information. I think this. Oh my God, this. Look at this guy. He's watching my time for me. It's like, Daddy, you're spending enough time here talking about debt. Just come and spend the money on me. But and any other question? Let's take one more question before we wrap up. Hey, come. Any other question?
Nada, say thank you for sharing. Thank you, Nada, for
Yeah.
hearing.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Hey, what's up? Calm down. Hey, I'm going to ask one last question before I get out
Okay,
of
bro.
here. Because last time someone Zoom bombed my thing. Now it's my son Zoom bombing everything. But how can people rebuild credit after bankruptcy or foreclosure?
Easy does it. Easy
Hmm.
does it.
Okay.
Eh?
Okay.
Not everybody
Okay.
knows how to fix that, but that is what we do. We take
Okay.
up your bankruptcy, we take care of your repossession. Let me share this funny story, right?
Yeah.
I was in Florida in 2018, 19, 20. Most of my business were from Florida, Miami. So I used to travel to Miami a lot. So there was this flight I have to take all the way from Fort Lauderdale back to DFW. Morning flight, Spirit, okay? It was a Spirit flight. Money, five something. And guess what? When you go to Miami now, don't blame me, you got to party. So you party all night. I know Toby doesn't party, but me, I do. I don't blame me, I party. So we party all night, go to my hotel room, sleep a little bit, and come to the airport. Now, not to be proud, I was in the first class, okay? But I was tired. So I have my earpiece on, came to have my laptop, and I was sitting there in my first class seat. And here comes this elderly man, white Caucasian guy with his bag. And he moved my bag. I don't know whether he was mad with his wife or girlfriend. I don't know. This guy moved my bag. What can I do? So my laptop was there. That's what my life. I'm like, excuse me, mister. Don't move my bag like that. So the moment I told him, I put him straight, like, don't say because I'm a black man, you can mistreat me. You're in a first class, I'm on a first class, pardon. Oh, mister, we're gonna sit here together. Put my earpiece on, and I slept off. And in spirit, thank God there's no spirit anymore. They sell everything. Even if you're in first class, they will still sell you breakfast. So one thing I noticed was that this guy has a Ferrari bag because on his Ferrari was a logo, red Ferrari bag. So this I knew that I watched this, I paid attention to details. So when it's time for breakfast, this guy tapped me. He said, "Do you want breakfast?" I said, "Oh yeah, yeah, thank you for waking me up." I think he was trying to make up for his bad behavior. So I wanted to get my card. Then the guy put out his platinum American Express. He said, "Don't worry, I got you. Your breakfast is on me. I just want to apologize that I'm sorry." That's okay. He said, "No, I must do that." So he bought me breakfast. Guess what? Hey guys, I'm eating. I don't care. Free breakfast. You mess up my stuff, I put you together. So bring free breakfast. So this guy bought my breakfast. So he now said, "Oh, what do you do?" And I said, "I put people's life together." I laughed. He said, "What do you do?" I said, "Put people's life together." Then we started talking. I discovered that this guy is a personal friend to Donald Trump. He started showing me pictures. He's an elderly guy with a 25-year-old wife with a fresh plastic and everything. I mean, showing me his fast pass. Then I told myself, "I guess you have a red Ferrari." He said, "How do you know?" I said, "I saw your bag." That's where we started talking. He showed me his Ferrari. his BMW, his Rolls Royce, his yachts, everything. He himself and Donald Trump. I'm like, okay, but it was 2020, 2029, 2019. Okay. So when the guy got discovered that I fixed credit, the guy asked me, he said, I have a tax lien. I said, you have a tax lien? He said, can you help me? I said, sure. I said, how much is your tax lien? He said, it's $690,000. He has a good credit score, but this tax lien is what would not put him in 700. And not everybody can take care of tax lien. I said, okay, we exchanged numbers. I got back to Dallas. We greeted each other. Guess what? After 2 weeks, this man called me. He said, hey, Paul, do you remember me? I said, yeah, yeah, the man that moved my laptop. We laughed. He said, I'm buying your ticket. I want you to fly down to Miami to come see me. I flew down to Miami. My friend picked me up in his Rolls Royce. I have a friend that has a Rolls Royce. If you drove down to his office, excellence office, you will see super money. You will smell money everywhere. The man bought my ticket. He flew me down. He said, Paul, I just want to see you face to face. Do you say you can take care of my tax? I said, yes. I said, trust me. He said, because I'm going to give you my information. And I know you're Nigerian. I said, yes, I know we are meant for fraud. I cut it off fraud. I said, yes, I know that a lot of people taught us for 419 we are fraud. But I said, sir, trust me, you will be happy that you met me. The guy gave me a test. Guess what? In 45 days, I fixed his tax lien. This guy sent me $5,000 to say extra thank you. So what I'm saying is this: anything, tax lien, child support, bankruptcy, repossession, anything can be taken off your credit. It works, guys. Don't let anybody lie to you. It works. Some people doesn't do the work, but they stay works. I've been doing it for 16 years. My people, it works. Simple, I'm done.
All right, man. Thanks, Dr. Paul. Strong close and thanks for making time. I know you're a busy guy. And if you guys want to fix your credit or you have friends that their credit is holding them back, time alone, letting time pass by is not always enough. You have to take actions to fix it, and it's really going to help you. But all right, guys. Thanks everybody again for joining. I'm glad this went successful. Only my son Zoom bombed us today. So we're in the right direction. All right, take care, guys. Enjoy your week. Bye.